Welcome to Systematic Troubleshooting. Today we will learn a structured way to solve problems in SAP BTP. This means using clear steps to find and fix issues, not guessing. For instance, if an app will not start, you'd check logs, then configurations, step by step. This approach saves time and ensures you resolve issues correctly every time. This method will save you time and frustration. Instead of guessing randomly, you follow clear steps to find issues faster. For example, when an app fails, check logs first, not code, since logs often pinpoint errors immediately. This structured approach prevents wasted effort and keeps projects on track. You will be able to handle issues confidently and efficiently. This means you will learn clear steps to identify and resolve problems without guesswork. For example, if an app has slow performance, you will systematically check logs and metrics to find the root cause. Mastering this approach ensures you solve problems quickly and correctly every time. Let's build your troubleshooting skills step by step. This means we will start with basic concepts and gradually tackle more complex scenarios together. For example, if an application fails to start, you will first check its logs before examining network connectivity. This structured approach ensures you resolve issues efficiently and confidently. Adopting a structured troubleshooting method is essential. Prevents wasted time going in circles. This means avoiding repetitive, unproductive actions without finding the root cause. For instance, if an app crashes, checking only the UI repeatedly will not help. You need a method to systematically inspect logs and configuration. A structured approach ensures you efficiently identify and solve the actual problem. Ensures you do not miss important steps. This means following a structured process so critical actions aren't overlooked. For instance, when resolving an application error, methodically checking logs, configurations, and dependencies prevents skipping a simple permission setting that could be the root cause. This systematic approach guarantees thorough and effective problem resolution every time. Helps solve problems completely. This means addressing the root cause, not just the immediate symptom, so the issue does not reoccur. For example, if an app is slow, a method helps you find it is a memory leak, not just restart it. This ensures a permanent resolution, saving future effort and time. Creates a repeatable process for future issues. This means establishing a consistent approach so anyone can handle problems the same way each time. For example, if an integration flow fails, your team follows predefined steps to check logs and connections. This builds efficiency and ensures reliable issue resolution every time. Builds your confidence as an administrator. This means you will feel more certain handling issues because you have a reliable process to follow. For example, when a user reports an application error, your method guides you step by step to diagnose and fix it systematically. Trusting this approach reduces stress and makes you a more assured administrator. Our 6-step troubleshooting process. Step 1. Identify and document the problem. This means clearly stating what is wrong and writing it down. For example, if your app is crashing on login, note the error message and when it happens. Properly defining the issue is the foundation for finding the right solution. Step 2. Gather information and replicate. This means collecting all relevant details about the issue and trying to reproduce it in a controlled environment. For example, if a user reports a workflow error, you would note their exact steps and attempt to follow them in your test system. This confirmation is crucial for accurate diagnosis. Step 3. Isolate where the problem occurs. This means narrowing down the exact component or service in BTP causing the issue. For example, if an app fails, check if it is the UI, the backend service, or the database connection. Pinpointing the location saves time and directs your focus effectively. Step 4. Develop and test your theory. This means creating a logical explanation for the issue and verifying it. For example, if a service is unresponsive, your theory might be a network timeout, so you test by checking connection logs. Confirming your theory guides you directly to the solution. Step 5. Implement the solution. This means applying the fix you have identified, such as updating configuration or code. For example, if an application is failing due to incorrect security settings, you would adjust the roles in the BTP cockpit. Executing this step resolves the issue and restores functionality. Step 6. Verify and document results. This means confirming the fix works and recording what you did. For example, after resolving a login issue, test it with a user account and save notes in your support ticket. Proper documentation ensures future teams can quickly understand and resolve similar problems efficiently. Step 1. Identify and document the problem. Write down exactly what's happening. This means documenting the specific symptoms, error messages, and conditions when a problem occurs. For example, if an application fails to load, you would note the exact time, the error code displayed, and the user's action just before the failure. This precise documentation is the essential first step for effective troubleshooting. Note when the problem started. This means pinpointing the exact date and time the issue first occurred. For example, if a report stopped updating, record when you first noticed the outdated data. This initial timestamp is crucial for tracing back through system logs to identify the root cause and resolve the issue effectively. Document who reported the issue. This means recording the name or role of the person who first noticed and brought the problem to your attention. For example, if a sales manager reports that the sales dashboard is not updating, you note their name. This helps ensure you can follow up for more details or inform them when the issue is resolved. Record what should be working instead. This means clearly documenting the expected normal behavior of the system. For example, if a report is failing, note that it should run automatically at 8 a.m. daily and generate a PDF output. Defining this target state provides a clear goal for your troubleshooting efforts. Keep notes throughout the process. This means recording every step and decision as you troubleshoot. For instance, if an integration fails, write down the error codes, what you checked, and any changes made. This creates a reliable record that saves time and prevents repeating work, ensuring you can track progress and collaborate effectively with others. Step 2. Gather information and replicate. Check the BTP cockpit for error messages. This means you should log into the BTP platform's main dashboard to look for any alerts or issues that might be stopping your application from working correctly. For instance, if your app deployment fails, the cockpit might show a memory quota error. Always consult the cockpit first to diagnose problems quickly. Look at application logs and metrics. This means checking your app's recorded activity and performance data to spot issues. For example, if a shopping cart app slows down, logs may show a database error causing delays. Monitoring these helps you quickly identify and resolve problems. Talk to users about what they experienced. This means having direct conversations to understand their first-hand interactions with the system. For instance, if a report is failing, ask the user what steps they took and what error message appeared. This direct feedback is the most reliable way to pinpoint the exact issue. Try to make the problem happen yourself. This means actively attempting to reproduce the issue in your own environment. For example, if a user reports a data sync failure, log in and attempt the same sync process to see if it fails identically. By doing this, you confirm the problem firsthand and gather accurate details for resolution. Collect all relevant details before moving on. This means fully understanding the current system's setup and data to ensure a smooth replication. For example, when migrating customer data, verify all fields like addresses and contact info are complete and accurate. This careful preparation prevents errors and saves time later. Step 3. Isolate the problem area. Determine if it is one user or many users. This means checking whether the issue affects just a single person or a larger group of users. For example, if only one employee cannot access a specific report while others can, it is an isolated user problem. This distinction helps you focus your investigation on either individual configurations or a broader system issue. Check if it is one application or multiple. This means determining whether the issue is confined to a single app or affects several. For example, if only your travel booking app is slow, but others are fine, the problem is isolated. Pinpointing this scope saves significant troubleshooting time and effort. Verify if it is specific to certain actions. This means checking if the issue only happens when performing particular tasks, not all the time. For example, an error might occur only when creating new sales orders, but not when viewing existing ones. Narrowing down the trigger helps you focus your investigation effectively. Test related functions to see what works. This means systematically checking each connected process to identify where the failure starts. For example, if an employee onboarding workflow fails, test the individual steps like user creation and system access separately. This targeted approach saves time by pinpointing the exact source of the issue. Narrow down where the issue occurs. This means identifying the specific component, like an app or service, that is failing. For instance, if data isn't syncing, check if the issue is in the mobile app, the integration flow, or the backend system first. Focusing your investigation saves significant time and effort. Step 4. Develop and test your theory. Based on your findings, make an educated guess. This means using the data and patterns you have uncovered to form a logical hypothesis. For instance, if your app's performance drops during peak hours, you might theorize it is due to insufficient computing resources. This step transforms your observations into a testable prediction for further validation. Think about what could cause this behavior. This means identifying possible reasons for the issue you are observing. For example, if your app isn't loading data, consider if the destination service is misconfigured or if the backend system is down. By systematically evaluating these potential causes, you build a solid foundation for your solution. Test your theory in a safe way first. This means trying your idea in a controlled environment where a failure will not cause harm. For example, before updating a live production application, test the change in a development system. This approach ensures you can identify and fix issues without impacting real users or business operations. If wrong, learn from it and try another approach. This means if your initial solution does not work, analyze what went wrong and use that knowledge to build a better one. For instance, if a BTP service integration fails, diagnose the error log, then attempt a different connection method. This iterative process is fundamental to successful development. Do not make changes until you are confident. This means thoroughly validating your approach before implementation. For instance, if adding a new field to a sales order, first confirm it will not break existing integrations by testing in a development system. This disciplined approach prevents costly errors and rework. Step 5. Implement the solution. Make one change at a time. This means modifying only a single component or piece of code before testing it. For instance, if updating a user interface, first change just the button color and verify it works correctly before altering anything else. This disciplined approach ensures each modification is stable and its impact is clear, preventing complex issues. Use the BTP cockpit to apply fixes. This means logging into the web-based BTP cockpit to deploy patches or updates that resolve issues in your applications. For example, if a reporting app has a data display bug, you'd use the cockpit to upload and activate the corrected version. This ensures your solutions run smoothly and reliably. Follow proper change procedures. This means systematically documenting, testing, and approving any modifications before they go live. For example, when updating a cloud application, first deploy it to a test environment for validation instead of directly to production. This disciplined approach prevents errors and ensures system stability. Communicate with users about the fix. This means telling people what problem was solved and how it affects them. For example, after resolving a login issue, send an email explaining the fix and that they can now sign in normally. Keeping users informed ensures they are aware the solution is in place and can resume their work confidently. Have a backup plan if it does not work. This means preparing an alternative approach in case your primary solution fails. For instance, if your cloud deployment script fails, you should have a manual deployment process ready to use instead. Always ensure you can recover quickly without significant disruption. Step 6. Verify and document the results. Confirm the problem is completely resolved. This means thoroughly testing the solution to ensure the original issue no longer occurs and no new problems were introduced. For example, after fixing an application's login error, you would verify users can log in successfully across different devices. Final validation ensures your solution is robust and reliable. Check that users can work normally. This means ensuring all standard user tasks like creating orders or running reports function without errors after system changes. For example, confirm sales staff can still process customer orders in the production system. This validation is crucial for maintaining daily business continuity and user confidence. Document what you did to fix it. This means writing down the specific steps taken to resolve an issue. For example, if a user login failed due to expired credentials, you'd note that you reset the password and verified successful access. Keeping this record ensures future problems can be solved faster and knowledge is shared across your team. Note any lessons learned. This means documenting what worked well and what did not during your project. For example, you might note that using a specific development tool saved significant time. Capturing these insights ensures your team can repeat successes and avoid past mistakes, improving future work. This simple habit builds a valuable knowledge base for continuous improvement. Update your troubleshooting notes. This means recording the solution and any key learnings from resolving the issue. For example, if you fixed a connectivity error by adjusting firewall rules, you would document the exact steps taken. This builds a valuable knowledge base for you and your team to reference in the future. Let's practice together. We will walk through a sample problem. This means I will guide you step by step to solve a common SAP BTP scenario. For instance, imagine deploying a simple application to the cloud using the SAP BTP cockpit. By following along, you will gain practical experience and confidence in using the platform effectively. Follow the 6 steps as we go. This means we will complete each step in order as a group. For example, when setting up a simple app, we will first access our BTP account, then create a project, and proceed step by step together. This guided practice ensures everyone builds the solution correctly and gains confidence. I will show you where to look in the BTP cockpit. This means I will guide you directly to the specific areas and tools within the SAP BTP cockpit interface. For instance, I will point out where to find your list of active applications or services. This hands-on approach will build your confidence in navigating the platform independently. You will see how the method works in real life. This means we will apply the theory to an actual scenario. For instance, when a company needs to automate invoice processing, they can use SAP BTP services to extract data and trigger approvals. This hands-on approach solidifies your understanding and prepares you for practical application. This will build your confidence. Think of it like learning to ride a bike. You start with training wheels. For example, creating your first simple app on SAP BTP and seeing it run successfully gives you that initial success. Each small achievement makes you more ready for complex tasks ahead. You will feel increasingly capable with every step you complete. Common BTP cockpit areas to check. Service instances, check if services are running. This means verifying that the specific SAP BTP services you have created are active and operational. For example, ensure your HANA database instance is started before your application tries to connect to it. Regular checks prevent disruptions in your business processes. Applications, verify app status and logs. Check if your app is running correctly and review any error messages. For instance, if a sales report app isn't loading, You'd look here to see if it is stopped and check the logs for specific issues. This area helps you quickly diagnose and resolve problems with your applications. Sub-accounts review quotas and usage. This means checking the allocated resources and how much you have consumed in each sub-account to avoid service interruptions. For example, if your development sub-account is near its memory limit, you might not be able to deploy new applications. Regularly monitoring this ensures your projects run smoothly and within budget. Security check roles and permissions. This means verifying who has access to what in your applications and data. For example, ensure only HR staff can view employee salary data, not all employees. Regularly reviewing these settings helps prevent unauthorized access and keeps your systems secure. Connectivity test connections to other systems. This means verifying that your BTP applications can securely communicate with external systems like SAP S/4HANA. For example, an e-commerce app on BTP must reliably fetch product data from your backend inventory system. Ensuring these connections work is vital for seamless business operations. Tips for successful troubleshooting. Stay calm and methodical. This means avoiding rushed decisions and systematically checking each part of the problem. For instance, if a report fails, first verify the data source, then the query, and finally the output settings. This disciplined approach ensures you solve issues efficiently without missing crucial steps. Do not skip steps even when rushed. This means always follow the complete troubleshooting process without shortcuts. For example, if a report fails, check data inputs first. Do not jump to system settings. Rushing often wastes more time fixing new issues from missed steps. Consistently following each step ensures reliable and faster resolutions. Ask for help when you are stuck. Do not waste time struggling alone. Reach out to colleagues or community forums. For example, if you cannot resolve a BTP service error, post your issue on the SAP community. Getting a fresh perspective often leads to a quick solution and saves valuable time. Learn from each problem you solve. This means whenever you fix an issue, take a moment to understand why it occurred and how your solution worked. For example, if a deployment fails due to a memory limit, document that cause and fix for future reference. This habit builds your expertise and prevents similar problems later. Your skills will grow with practice. This means the more you troubleshoot real issues, the faster and better you become at identifying and solving problems. For example, if you repeatedly debug integration errors, you will start recognizing patterns and resolving them quicker. Keep practicing, it's the most effective way to build lasting expertise. You are ready to troubleshoot. You now have a proven 6-step method. This means a clear, repeatable process to systematically solve problems. For example, if an app will not deploy, you will first gather logs, then isolate the issue and follow the steps to resolution. Stick to this method for efficient and effective troubleshooting every time. You know where to look in the BTP cockpit. This means you can navigate directly to the correct tools and logs to diagnose issues. For example, if an application is slow, you'd check the application logs in your sub-account. Mastering this navigation is key to efficient problem solving. You understand how to approach problems systematically. This means breaking down a complex issue into smaller, manageable steps to find the root cause. For example, if a BTP application is slow, you'd first check the service status, then review application logs, and finally analyze resource consumption. This structured method ensures you resolve issues efficiently and effectively. Practice will make you more confident. This means the more you handle real issues, the more skilled and self-assured you become. For example, by repeatedly fixing a common app deployment error, you will soon resolve it quickly without hesitation. Keep practicing, and you will tackle any challenge with greater ease. You are building valuable administration skills. This means you are learning to manage and maintain SAP systems effectively. For example, when you resolve a user access issue, you ensure business operations run smoothly. Every troubleshooting task strengthens these essential capabilities for your career.